I just want to read a letter that I'm going to give to Mr. Stansel. I have copies for the council to it.
Thank you.
Dear Mr. Stansel, I represent Reverend Carrie Bigelow and Mr. Clyde Clark, former employees of the town. Pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 160A 168, I respectfully request, quote, any information in any form gathered by the city with respect to, end quote, each of my clients that was not provided to them in my original request made just before the town fired them in late October, including all the information in any form that has been gathered by the town since our previous request in October, and, quote, any information in any form that was not provided to them in response to our first request. I note that in the course of 4 meetings, and I cannot bring myself as a lawyer to call them hearings, quote, we have attended regarding their discharge. The town produced several documents that should have been included in the first production. This would indicate that a more thorough search of the hard drives of, say, the computers used by Miss Valerie Miker and by Mr. Harv Howard might produce more information in electronic form that would be covered by the statute. Of course, any information developed at any of the 4 meetings or hearings, whatever you want to call them, including any recordings or transcripts of the statements made at them, would also be covered by the statute. For your convenience, the pertinent statute provides, quote, for purposes of this section, an employee's personnel file consists of any information in any form gathered by the city with respect to that employee and by way of illustration but not limitation relating to his application, selection, or non-selection, performance, promotions, demotions, transfers, suspensions, and other disciplinary actions, evaluation forms, leave, salary, and termination of employee. As used in this section, quote, employee includes former employees of the city. I'm almost done. The courts have construed the term in any form to mean a town may not conceal information that is included in this definition. To give you a few examples for your search, we request any emails on the soft and hard drives of Ms. Miker's or other town employees' computers between them and the Capital Associated Industries, between them and any of the CAI's employees or subcontractors, including but not limited to a man named Kevin von der Lippe, and between one town employee and another town employee. We note that Mr. Lance Norris testified that it was his understanding that Mr. von der Lippe's 14-page report was addressed to the town attorney so that, quote, the attorney-client privilege, quote, could be invoked when this document was sought. We request all information in any form that referenced this report and how it should be delivered and characterized. We also request any information in any form in respect to the town's unusual tactics at the library meetings, including but not limited to the arranging of 2, quote, anonymous voices, quote, that were piped into the library and the adding of a third white male to the second meeting panel, and the notes and other records of both panels. Each of these requests obviously are covered by the statute. Insofar as the town possesses other information about the negotiation, execution, and payment for the work done by CAI, which arguably did not pertain to Messrs. Bigelow and Clark, we also request, pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 132-1, copies of all of it, whether in electronic, paper, or other forms as defined in the statute. Please arrange for this information to be made available to me within the next 5 days. As all of you know, I live about 5 blocks from here. If you just call me up, I'll be glad to come over and pick it up.
Thank you, Al, for me.